G'day once again. Been a while since I've uploaded anything new to YouTube, and as a result, there's been a few rumours going around that I'd met a sudden demise. Just to reassure you all, I'm still here and still giving them a hard time, and hopefully, the more we uncover, the closer we get to the truth, and this may help with correcting the record. So let's get into this now and read about what is going on. Now, as you know, I do this for New Zealand, but in places like America, it will be the Department of Vital Statistics, and each country you will have a slightly different version, but you'll be able to find that with a bit of looking around. So the government, or more correctly, a government agency, namely the Department of Internal Affairs, holds information on where and when we were born. Now, this is because we have to register any new birth. Now, the Department of Internal Affairs has a registry called Births, Deaths and Marriages, where all this information is stored. Now, I have this firsthand from a registrar who told me that there are only 2 courts of record in New Zealand, and I'm sure this will be true for every country in the world, but the 2 courts of record in New Zealand are the Births, Deaths and Marriage Registry and Land Information New Zealand Registry. So the courts are not where the record is kept. There are only 2 places: Births, Deaths and Marriages and Land Information New Zealand. So that may help you in your research. Okay, should any information they hold be incorrect, we have the right to correct that record according to statute. Now, I say according to statute because by the end of this you may have a quite different view. So under the Births, Deaths and Marriages and Relationship Registration Act 1995, we can see that we have the right to correct errors. Section 84 of that Act says, if a registrar is satisfied after making any inquiries under Section 82 that seem appropriate, that information recorded under this Act or a former Act contains a clerical error, he or she must correct the error and notify the Registrar General of the error and its correction. Okay, so you can see everywhere highlighted there we have correct, 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 all highlighted. That's because I did a search of correction through this Act, and that's how you find all these different things. Now, if you go to this section here, birth certificates where error in registration corrected, subject to subsection 2, where an error in the registration of a person's birth has been corrected under this Act or a former Act, a birth certificate later provided in respect of that person shall contain the information that such a certificate would contain if the error had not been made, and shall contain no other information. Now, there's a huge hint there, guys. All right, so let's look at the word correction or correct. Both have the same meaning. Now, this is from Bovier's Online Law Dictionary. Correction, punishment, chastisement by one having authority of a person who has committed some offence, for the purpose of bringing him to legal subjection. So in other words, bringing you in as a legal subject. So correction is a punishment. Oh, wasn't quite what we were thinking, was it? But let's have a look at another one. Let's look at Black's 5th. Correction, discipline, treatment and rehabilitation of offenders through confinement, parole, probation, counselling, etc. See also correctional system. Once again, we've got discipline. So if we try and correct or make any corrections, we have punishment and discipline. Is that what we're trying to do? Trying to set the record straight? I don't think it is. So let's have a look at another word. What happens if we amend something? Now, if you go through any legislation, you'll find amendments, and you'll see the dates they were amended. This is from birth, deaths, and marriages, amended on 21st of April, amended on 1st of October. So with statutes, although they tell us we have the right to correct the information, they don't correct the information. They amend it. Okay, so let's look at what amend means. Amend means to improve, to change for the better by removing defects or faults, to change, correct, or revise. Now, they still use correct there, but amend means to improve, to change for the better by removing defects or faults. Now, that's from Black's Law Dictionary. Let's look at Bovier's. Oh, sorry, this is from Black's as well. Amendment, to change or modify for the better, to alter by modification, deletion, or addition. Practice and pleading, the correction of an error committed in any process, pleading or proceeding at law, or in equity, which is done either as of course or by the consent of the parties. Okay, if you have a look at what we're trying to do with birth, deaths, and marriages, is we thought we were trying to correct the record because that's what the statute tells us. But on further investigation, it would appear that amend or making amendments is the far better way to go about things. So I hope that helps in your research to find the truth, and please share, and any information you get, please put it in the comments section. Thank you very much.